Alright, buckle up basketball fans, because we're diving deep into a controversy that's got the WNBA buzzing. This isn't just about basketball, it's about economics, perception, and the legacy of NCAA superstars. We're talking about Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, and a whole lot of hard truths the Chicago Sky, and maybe even Angel herself, are struggling to accept. This is a classic case of reality versus narrative, and trust me, the numbers don't lie. So stick around, because we're about to break down why the Chicago Sky's decision to move only Caitlin Clark games to the United Center has Angel Reese reportedly furious, and what this all means for the future of the WNBA and the NCAA legacy. The core of the issue is this: the Chicago Sky, for the first time ever, is moving 2 of their 2025 home games to the United Center, the massive arena where the Bulls play. Capacity, roughly double that of their regular home, Wintrust Arena, the opponent. You guessed it, Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. Now, Angel Reese has reportedly expressed confusion and frustration. The implication: why only Clark? Why not me? After all, Reese has repeatedly stated that she and Clark are both responsible for the growing popularity of women's basketball. She feels like the reason WNBA has been so successful it is because of her too. But here's where the economic reality hits like a brick. As of now, no other Chicago Sky game has been moved to the United Center, except those against the Fever. This isn't just a venue swap, it's a business decision, plain and simple. When a rookie enters the league and immediately causes teams to change venues because a 10,000-seat arena isn't enough, that's not just star power. That's economic reality. The Indiana Fever set an all-time home attendance record of nearly 341,000 fans last season. Angel's Chicago Sky, not even close. The Sky aren't alone. The Washington Mystics, Las Vegas Aces, Atlanta Dream, and Connecticut Sun have all made similar moves, specifically relocating their games against the Fever to larger venues. It's not random, it's a pattern. Reese has consistently positioned herself as an equal draw to Clark, claiming people are watching because of her too. But actions speak louder than words, and the Sky's decision sends a clear message about who's actually filling seats. The question hanging in the air isn't just why they're moving these games. It's why they're only moving these games. If Angel Reese brought the same audience, wouldn't every Sky home game deserve the United Center treatment? Looking at last season's figures paints a crystal clear picture. The Indiana Fever shattered the WNBA's single-season home attendance record. They broke the 20,000 attendance barrier 3 separate times. The Sky, with Angel Reese, not even once. Their current attendance record dates back to 2016. When Clark and Reese faced off, ticket prices exploded. Games featuring just Reese, nowhere near the same premium. Sky home games next season can still be snagged for bargain bin prices, while Fever home games have long been sold out. Before the 2023 season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. With Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400%. Reese's games average around 9,000 fans, about half of the Indiana Fever average of about 17,000. The kicker, Clark predicted this nearly a year ago. After one of her games, she casually mentioned, "I'm surprised we're not playing at the United Center." I thought that would have been really good for the game and really good for all the women's basketball fans in Chicago. Flash forward, and her innocent suggestion has manifested into reality across multiple cities. Those United Center games represent an additional $4 million in revenue compared to staying at Wintrust. That's not pocket change for a league that has historically struggled with profitability. Meanwhile, Angel Reese's off-court ventures tell a different story. Her participation in the unrivaled 3x3 league didn't exactly set viewership records ablaze. Fan reactions to these venue changes have been predictably divided. Clark supporters point to the undeniable economics, while Reese defenders cry favoritism. One tweet read, "Funny how they never moved Angel's games to bigger arenas when she was breaking records, but the minute Clark comes to town suddenly they need 20,000 seats. But it ignored that ticket demand, not record-breaking, drives business decisions." Another fan responded, "Maybe if Angel focused less on who's getting attention and more on developing a reliable jump shot, she wouldn't have to worry about venue sizes, ouch." What we're seeing with the United Center move isn't personal against Angel Reese, it's just business. The economics of women's basketball are finally aligning with what fans have been voting for with their wallets and attention all along. This venue change is a clear acknowledgement of Clark's undeniable star power. Experts suggest Angel would be better served embracing the competitive nature of the league and focusing on elevating her game rather than making comparisons. The question isn't whether people watch for Angel too, but whether she used this moment as motivation to improve rather than fuel for complaints. Sometimes the hardest truth to accept is the one staring back at you in the box scores and attendance figures. Now, let's zoom out a bit. What does this entire situation tell us about the legacy of the NCAA in shaping the WNBA? And what lessons can we learn from this dynamic? Vince, for better or worse, is the primary breeding ground for WNBA talent. The stars of tomorrow are forged in the crucible of college basketball, and the rivalries and narratives created there carry immense weight when these players transition to the pros. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are prime examples of this phenomenon. Their battles in the NCAA, particularly the 2023 National Championship game, were ratings gold. That rivalry, that backstory, is what's driving a significant portion of the WNBA's current surge in popularity. However, this dynamic also presents some challenges. Vince's system, with its emphasis on individual accolades and tournament success, can sometimes overshadow the importance of team dynamics and long-term player development, which are crucial in the WNBA. Let's call her Player X. She was an absolute sensation in the NCAA, leading her team to multiple tournament appearances and racking up individual awards left and right. Her scoring prowess was undeniable, and she had a highlight reel that could fill an entire DVD collection. When she entered the WNBA draft, she was hailed as a surefire superstar. However, her transition to the WNBA was far from smooth. She struggled to find her place in a more structured offensive system, and her defense was often a liability. Accustomed to being the primary scoring option, she struggled to adjust to a role where she had to share the ball and contribute in other ways. The result, her WNBA career was short-lived. She never lived up to the hype and eventually faded into obscurity. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss out. Click the video on the screen. See you.